Hornet. B. Yeah, I was kind of watching Clappy do his thing back there. On the subject of
always knew I did
hornets and bees and such, I'm always trying to
even if we beat Hyperion, someone will take their place. Always do.
break my friends and their kids' tendency, their fear response to bees and wasps and such. This has pretty good parts. Low capacity, but the rockets would be fast and relatively accurate.
Tell your friends, Marcus munitions.
By the way, I'm drinking blood orange flavor San Pellegrino. It's pretty good. Really good, actually. Oh, I've never zerked with a pair of morning stars before. Maybe I might try that. Pass it along.
Explain it to me again.
Like I said, instead of punching, I prefer to keep my distance from the target, pick my moment, and kill them with a single well-placed shot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You lost me at it instead of punching.
I'm always happy to take your money.
Oh, wait. Are my eyes fooling me? No. What was I thinking? I'm thinking of this rifle I have in my hands, fire rate 1.1.
Buy from me if you want to live. See you real soon, I'm sure.
My memories were getting mixed up.
Guns. Welcome.
You have to say it right. Guns.
Don't have too much fun.
Extra! Brand new edition of This Just In with Hunter Hellquist.
Hunter Hellquist is toast. I wasted that windbag, but good. Don't make defeatist statements in public.
I'll patch you up whenever you need it.
I came up with this idea for a combination allegiance run. And there's my good fibber. Ernest Fibber.
Just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead inventors.
Not the best grip. TDR grip. Not the best accessory. Laser marker. The laser marker increases accuracy and projectile velocity. Not hugely necessary on the ricochet fibber. But still, I'll take it as is over any other variation of the fibber. And if you ask me, there should be no other variation of the fibber. They should have just made 3 different guns. And had it so that you get them 3 different ways. And the fibber should always be the fibber and should always be good. I mean, should always be the ricochet fibber. And I think that Jake revolver I just picked up is a perfect hybrid. With a dull barrel and dull grip. Yes, perfect hybrid. Not the most ideal as far as hybrid, perfect hybrid Jakes go. The best, in my opinion, would be a Widowmaker with a Torg grip. I took an allergy pill.
I demand food!
What? 83, wow. Further along than I thought. Ridrock, I mean.
Almost dead? I can fix that.
Oh God, I'm gonna throw.
I will stash that vision, which has served me well. I guess my refusal to do all that automatically counted as a fail. If I really wanted to, I could go back there and start it up again, but I don't want to. I want to move on to this. It's not like in some Stalker mods where failing a mission actually affects your reputation, which is not really a huge big deal or anything because you can make up for it in those Stalker mods. Just do a bunch of other missions and succeed at them.
Welcome, customer.
Fuse time too high.
Remember, we're always open.
Blech. would be the best grip, accessory, sight, etc. to have on the Ricochet Fibber? But plain old iron sights are really all you need, so you don't really need an optical attachment of any sort. Twin shot accessory, the best accessory to have. But what would be the best grip? Matching Hyperion grip, I guess? Most say that a matching grip is always the best, but I don't know. Aftermarket configurations add versatility. Huh.
My trap card. Your death approaches.
Once again, I'm always getting stuck on those diagonal surfaces. I'm gonna sting all y'all. Purple ingot just for me. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to pull that off, but I got at least one. Bleh. Let me take a swig of my drink. I'm finishing this off early on and breaking into another can. Probably. We'll just have to see. I'll say this for Hyperion. They do have a sense of aesthetics.
God damn it! You okay? Looks like the ladder's busted. Still, the pipe looks cracked. I bet if you raise the pressure, you could blast the pipe wide open, get inside that way. Yeah. Head to one of the pumping stations.
Same is true for Malawan.
Slam! Mordecai! I made it to the Hyperion outpost. Just give me some time and I'll steal a drop barge. Once y'all find out where the warrior is, we can all go after it together.
Actually, all the manufacturers have a sense of aesthetics. Really? You're gonna make me get out of my car just to pick up cash. Purple ingot just for me.
I'm covered in slag. I must seek cover quickly, or pain is coming.
Inelegant chemical. Of course, I have to check the box on top of this maintenance depot.
And I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike. Stealth.
Really? Switch faster.
Yes.
What a perfect time.
Lethal force, other.
Just a moment. There. Now I'm distracted and irritated.
My armor.
How did you get up here? so pathetic that I can't make a hip shot at that distance. How often do I have to say that there's nothing you can do with a Hyperion sniper rifle that you can't do better with Malawan or Jacobs? Could have sworn I saw someone, a Hyperion goon, meandering around over there.
Good, you made it. Now crank those valves to raise the pressure.
Are you the goon that I saw?
Hands up!
Or you?
Inelegant chemical increases damage.
Inelegant chemical. I like the way he says that. Oh, come on. Someone's got a launcher. Sounds, by the sound of it, I'd hazard an educated guess that it's a Malawan launcher. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Half-Life 2 style vehicle controls are better than Halo style vehicle controls. So everyone stop assuming that all FPS games with vehicles in them have to have Halo style controls where you switch to third person. Get away from my car before you explode. There we go. I'd love to try out the VR version of Borderlands 2. Except that none of the iron... some of the iron sights line up right, but most of them don't. And that's going to be a big problem in VR. But you drive in first person, and with Half-Life 2 style vehicle controls.
Cool. Now, hit the other 2 pump stations and raise the pressure till that pipe's fit to burst. Then you can bust the pipe, get into the stockade, and find out where the warrior's buried.
Hey, buddy, it's me, Ronan. Let's kill Handsome Jack and then we'll all go out for milkshakes.
No, I'm just playing. He's still really dead. Grab his Zer0 when I left. Just wanted to tell you that Lilith is doing a bang-up job charging the phone for me. The warrior will be moved in no time.
Throwing grenade!
Enemy skill 1.
Everyone but me seems to prefer flat off over doll when it comes to assault rifles.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
I like doll assault rifles better than flat off.
I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat. Preparing
Really?
to strike.
I wasn't trying. I thought I'd be able to close the distance faster than that, in case you didn't understand what I was attempting to do there.
I disappear.
Just a minute. Hold on. I'm back. People always barging in here and talking while I'm recording, even though I've told them multiple times not to. One of them is autistic, so no matter how many times I remind him of any particular thing, he can't remember, or because he doesn't want to. I'm not using that as an insult. It's a fact. In fact, I get irritated when people use autistic as an insult. And that's one of the reasons why I've worked with... By worked with, I mean... Well, you know what I mean. At the same time, though, it is a challenge. You're gonna make me drop down there? Well, let's try this. Really? Are you stuck, like, in the scenery or something? So irritating. That's going to irk me. There you are. Decepticon looking. I mean, old school Decepticon from the 80s. You know what I always noticed as a kid, as an 80s kid in the 80s with a mullet? The bad guys always looked cooler. They just had, I don't know, a better sense of style. That's not to say that I sympathized with them or took their side for that petty reason. It's just a detail that I noticed. And I'm not... Just a moment. I'm back, and I've got a reload on my drink. No chests or such that I'm overlooking. I don't think so.
Catch a rat!
What's the significance of the motif of the fibber? Has to be some reason for that visual motif. Doesn't have to be, but I would prefer there to be. I guess that's just the Adrian monk in me.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
So it's been a while since I've been here. Prior to starting this Hyperion Allegiance run, I haven't been playing any of the Borderlands games for a while. First law, or I invoke Arthur C. Clarke's third law. When combining the Ricochet Fibber with the B, I call it the... I've got a few different names for it. Ricochet Stinger. What else? Maybe that's the only one. And if it's the B plus Lady Fist, then B Fist, I think is what most people call that. You can also call it, Lady Stinger. That doesn't sound. Sting Fist. Ryzen Stinger. What else can we think of to fit with that theme? I should stop trying to use the fibber on irregular terrain because it's not really intended for that. Lots of irregularities going on up in Yap.
Sounds like the pipes are nearly bursting. Hit the last pumping station and we'll be ready to blast the pipeline open.
What would happen if you jumped down there? I've never done that. I don't really want to find out. At least not right now.
Success.
But I think it was Killer 6 who said, don't become too dependent on super weapons. And of course the one that he used as an example was the Unkempt Herald. And I totally get what he means by that, and I totally agree. You're the one who wields the weapon does not wield you. If you become too dependent upon... Well, that looks like a clockwise swastika. Okay, tangent here. Hitler's swastika was specifically a counterclockwise swastika. That resembles a clockwise swastika. If you know your symbolism and you know that that symbol is actually a very ancient symbol, it was used in Sanskrit. It might have predated that though. It's a sun symbol. What age-old entity is associated with the sun? One of his names is the Morning Star. Oh, and how about Quetzalcoatl, the Sun Serpent, worshipped by way of human sacrifice. Did I see a purple ingot? No. Seeing things. Is that a Dialb? White Dialb? Does it have a 4-figure resale value? Oh, it's a scout. I actually like the Scout better than the Diallo. I'm probably the only one. If I'm going to use a Jacobs sniper rifle, it's got to be a Monk. wrecking my ride, fool. Finish him.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death finishes.
Buy from me if you want to live.
Too ordinary.
Come on back anytime. You're my millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head. Pleasure doing business. 2 words, my friend. No refund.
I love shotguns with good effective range.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that.
Like a Hyperion death shotgun. Angry death, spike death, etc. from Borderlands 1. Infiltrate, storm the gate. Jack Black is an Undertale fan,
Great.
by the way. I
Pressure
know
the
I've mentioned
pipeline so
that.
high, a little force will pop it like a blister. Get back to the pipeline and bring your vehicle. I got an idea.
Pop it like a what? I would do a greens only challenge before I would ever consider doing TD or Allegiance. I probably would never do TD or Allegiance in Borderlands 2. Certainly not with Axton, because TDOR doesn't make a class mod for Axton. You could do mixed Allegiance. I'd have I probably would. Oh, you bastards.
What is next? I disappear.
Finish you.
Stealth. Bow to my weaponry.
I'm having too much fun, Marcus. Switch faster. Do this. That's reloaded. That's reloaded. I know I mentioned that before about Jack Black being an Undertale fan. I can only assume he also likes Deltarune. I always figured, and I'm certainly not the first to think this, but if Toby Fox ever did give the go-ahead to make a live-action Undertale movie, he should definitely get Guillermo del Toro to direct it. Speaking of whom, I can't wait to see the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie. Great. I thought that was going to destroy
Your
them.
eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I aim for the kill.
So that's why why those guys are called Hyperion Hawks. Someone had a rocket launcher. I guess that Hyperion Hawk had a rocket launcher. Of course, my first assumption is I'm being attacked by an RPG loader. I think the overall best shotgun in Borderlands 1 is the S&S Spiked Death. If you're playing as Roland, you might want a different accessory, like a stabilizer instead of a spike. Exactly what I wanted. Med 5. I was watching some Jolts doing videos. He favors the Malawan Plague. It looks like it's called the Crux, but it's supposed to be called the Plague. He favors that over an SNS Angry Death. It saddens me that most players overlook death shotguns.
Good. Now, ram the pipe with your vehicle. Probably won't kill you.
I'm not getting on Jolts' case or anything. But I will say this, I find it irritating that he thinks he needs to have a scope on everything. Because that's going to pollute.
I heard that all the way back in Sanctuary. You can get to the stockade through the pipeline now. Get inside and find out where Jack's got the warrior.
Pollute the mindset of other players. I've seen it happen. They hear thus and so opinion, they play the game, and they completely overlook what would have been a very useful weapon or piece of equipment, and then they have a tough time later on because they don't have that. Now, do I remember how to get over there? You can get that stuff right through that grating.
Assassins never die.
Drop your shield, pansy. Jerk off. Did another enemy get stuck in the map? So irritating. Well, I don't remember. Huh. So there was a ladder leading down. It doesn't matter since I already got the stuff, but what if I wanted to get in there all legit like? Oh well, screw it. Surveyor is still stuck. Return to the Arid Badlands. My favorite part of the game. Ultra nostalgia trip. I love it here. It takes me back. I don't like this style of indirect fire. I kind of like playing around with ricochet bullets. This thing is...
Every bit of data in the Hyperion network ends up archived here. Mining information, security footage. It all flows to the stockade. Get inside.
Good news, everybody. I stole the drop barge. Hyperion was no match for my secret punch you in the face until you die fighting style. When the time comes, we'll fight our way to the vault together.
I remember back when this led to Skag Gully. Roland was the first character I ever played. And S&S munitions quickly became my favorite brand. I know I often say Doll is my most used brand across all characters overall in Borderlands 1, but I don't really have just one favorite. How do you pick a fave when they're all so good? I don't commonly use flat-off guns because they just don't have the kind of accuracy I like. I especially don't like flat-off shotguns in Borderlands 1.
Angel, get Get this message to whomever's organizing the construction out in the Nexus. No matter what happens, make sure that old bandit town, Firestone, I think it's called, make sure it stays standing. That piss little rest stop is where it all began. Oh, and another thing. I want it on company policy that instead of Firestone, we're changing its name to Jackville. Really twist the knife for those bandit bastards, you know what I mean? I want those vault-hunting sons of bitches to see what I've done to this place. I want it to stand as a testament to their failure. They couldn't protect New Haven, they couldn't protect Firestone, and they're sure as hell not gonna protect Sanctuary. What a nice day. Just walking out in the sun, talking into my echo recorder, hoping skags don't ambush me and break my gun into 4 separate parts before eating them. How come? That is exactly what is happening! Oof, skags ate a gun? No way to tell which one of the ugly things has it. Just start hunting skags and hope for the best.
So you see what Jack's technique, and this is a consistent thing with him. He's always trying to break people's spirits. It's not enough to just kill them. It's not enough to kill their bodies. He also has to kill their souls. And as for 4 separate pieces of a gun, that's kind of poking fun at those types of missions from the original game, since there were so many of them. And it was always 4 pieces. There was also a red chest right there in Borderlands 1. I'll get some more use out of this. Firestone. Overkill. Resale. Good enough. I won't bother farming for the bone shredder. Normally, I totally would. If I'm not doing an allegiance run, oh.
I disappear.
I'm not doing an allegiance run, then the Lady Fist and the Bone Shredder are two obligatory weapons for the end game. Mostly for the sheer nostalgia. The Bone Shredder in this game, which I call Bone Shredder Mark II, is especially awesome because it's really kind of a lot like pretty close to a double anarchy. Unleashes 3 projectiles at the cost of, I think it's 2 cartridges. Don't even try to figure out how that works. In Borderlands 1, the double anarchy unleashed 4 projectiles for every 2 cartridges, which actually makes sense. Because we could assume maybe they're duplex flechettes per cartridge. I mean, it would make more sense if it was a duplex, a tandem, or duplex type of gun. 2 receivers, 2 barrels, etc. 4-figure resale value, good enough. You know, like the double tap. Really, the double tap should have 2 receivers, 2 magazines to go with the 2 barrels. Could be arranged over, under, or side by side. Well, glad that it's you who showed up. Bonehead 2.0. How would they have known about Bonehead, though? And why make a droid with that name. If the original Bonehead... Oh, never mind. I'm overthinking. There's the piss wash hurdle. Four-figure resale. Let's not drag this out for half a year, shall we? Or shan't we? Twee.
Hey, Roland, this is Zed. I thought you might want to know, some guy from the Hyperion Corporation came by. The name of Blake. Said you dealt with him during the Claptrap uprising. Anyway, he offered me a pretty penny from a place here in Firestone. Was real insistent that I take the money and run. It's probably nothing, but there was just something about him that put me on edge, you know? I'm gonna stay here for the meantime, though. I ain't in no hurry to leave my shop.
Slag.
Warning.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Oh, consarn it. How many more skags do you want me to kill? To death. In the face. I might just have to farm Saturn for the invader. Unless it ends up taking half a year. Don't feel like waiting around for more skags to show up. What? Stop being unreliable, please. Ha. 4-figure resale.
Feeling overburdened by money? Lovely.
I know I mention this all the time, but most players overlook the Doom Cleaner. It's actually pretty good.
Goodbye, friend. If you shop anywhere else, I'll have you killed.
That's exactly what I'd expect, Marcus. You'd attempt to have me killed just for having too much fun.
Thanks for accepting my job. Hyperion robbed my Uncle Teddy and sent him to die on this armpit of a planet. I need you to search his cabin in the Arid Nexus for something I can use to avenge his death. You'll need to access my uncle's secret lab. Find some evidence that Hyperion stole his weapon designs. God is my witness. The Baja clan is getting what's owed.
If only you had a pig sticker. What is it that most players don't like about... Fuse time too high on that. Most players don't like about... what is it? What is it that they don't like? They don't like... slag sniper rifles. They've always served me well. Probably because I've figured out how to have maximum fun with them.
Hey, Roland. I appreciate your offer to move into Sanctuary, but I got a lot of stuff here in Firestone. Sanctuary sounds nice and all, but Firestone's my home. I made my decision. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die in the city I was born. Firestone.
Attention, citizen of Firestone. Die.
Oh, piss. On second thought, Roland, when's the soonest you can come pick me up?
There goes that. Malfunction that I sometimes experience. Why I have to be paranoid about checking the stuff I sell.
Come on back anytime.
Enemy detected.
I could do this all day. You'd better believe it. want to do the TK Baja thing, or do I want to do Saturn?
Roland, Sid, if you're receiving this, respond as soon as you can. Blake came back again today. He showed me some faked pictures of New Haven. The city was burning. A lot of people were dead. Blake said his boss burned the place to the ground when everyone living there wouldn't move out. Of course, I know those pictures had to be faked because you and the rest of your pals were holed up in New Haven and you would have stopped those troops from taking the town, right?
I used to work in New Haven. Of course, that was New Haven, Indiana.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all.
Get back here.
I move for the kill.
Jerk off. Ha. Do I see orange? I do. Trolling blunder. Now. Hop down here. There we go. So much irregular terrain. That is how you rip Saturn apart. Can I get elemental effect damage? Yes, thank you.
Okay, any candidates today, Angel?
There are 4 treasure hunters who arrived on a shuttle several hours ago. They are currently on a bus to Firestone.
Great. Say this to them. Don't be alarmed. I need you to stay calm and don't let on that anyone is talking to you. Start making your way off the bus.
The bus is still moving, sir.
Shut up! Tell them! John, why have you dispatched one of our satellites to Pandora? What are you doing? Sir, the energy readings my, instruments, at home are getting from Pandora are... Get out of there at once, you hideous little code monkey, and shut off that satellite! Yes, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Tassiter. It won't happen again, sir.
Some people don't realize this, but Jack is a nickname for John. Why that is anybody's guess. 4 letters, 1 syllable. Well, it kind of defeats the whole point of a nickname. Why not just have it be 2 different names?
Welcome to Dr. Z's
Also, I think
what can I get for you?
we can all agree Tassiter got what he deserved. I might hold on to this. I might pass the trolling blunder off to one of my Sals to have fun with. You ever gotten one of these with a fuse time of 0.0? Contact Merv.
See you real soon, I'm sure.
A contact Merv grenade, as you might figure, can be quite the dangerous toy to play with.
Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers.
Oh, this. Seriously, oh. This would be easier to do in real life. Just because this isn't a parkour game. You know what? I don't really need the invader on normal mode, so I probably won't.
Hope you've had your shots.
I don't know, but maybe I will, maybe I won't farm for it. I don't know. That would actually be decent if it had a Torg reflex sight on it. It looks ridiculous with a scope. If you had a stockless pistol grip shotgun with a scope on it and you took it to the range, you would get laughed at. Really? And I still can't get that barrel? What's with this? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Or deal with the execute skill. Finally.
Hey, you found all the gun parts. Bring them back here and I'll assemble them for you.
Took long enough. I'll probably save the rest of this stuff for next episode. I really should try to make this part last as long as possible because it's my favorite part of the game and I love the nostalgia. Marry again, Hawk Flegum in my face again. Quoting Stimson J. Cat. Filet mignon.
No charge this time.
Stomper. Oh man, could you imagine if Jacobs made a Stomper in Borderlands 1? Dahl made the best Stompers in Borderlands 1. That's a weapon type that's typically overlooked by most players.
Pleasure doing business.
Which is both tragic and unfortunate. I guess that's redundant. Most players don't know what they have when they pick up a Stomper. They just sell it without trying it out. Because they assume that burst fire equals suck. Which I used to assume too. I used to distinctly prefer machine guns over combat rifles in Borderlands 1. Till I started finding the occasional combat rifle that had the right parts to actually be good. Then I realized what I'd been missing. I'll save the rest of this stuff for next time, just like I said. Pounders in Borderlands 1 leave something to be desired. The best variation is the Intense Pounder, which has a crit bonus. And it might actually be best in the hands of Morty by using a Ranger class mod. I want that. That crowdsourcing right there. All banded up front, all Hyperion in the back, topped off with a Torg sight. I could go for one just like that.
Buy a gun already. Welcome, customer. Come back anytime.
So, Morty with the Ranger class mod. Assume it's a 5-line purple model 660 built from material 2.
Guns, glorious guns. Later, old hunter.
It buffs crit bonus. You look like a Zafir. Sorta. Combat rifles with the intense prefix
Buy a gun already.
have a listed crit bonus. Shotguns with death in their name have an unlisted crit bonus. Seriously, try shotguns out as Morty with a Ranger class mod. Focus on
Pleasure doing business.
the ones that have death in their name. Probably the ultimate best is the S&S Spiked Death, which I know I mentioned earlier. Oh, pass this along too. See if Mike is hanging out anywhere. You can make Axton look almost exactly like that, only cooler. Same color scheme. What would really be my best shield breaker?
explain it to me again.
Like I said, instead of punching, I prefer to keep my distance from the target, pick my moment, and
Sell
kill them with a
these.
single well-placed shot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You lost me at instead of punching.
Always happy to do business with a vault hunter. Goodbye, friend.
Too ordinary.
I'm legally obligated to tell you that I ain't a real.
Sidorovich.
Glorious guns. Remember, we're always open. It's a fine day, full of opportunity.
Fuse time is too high.
Friend, Marcus, you did.
See you real soon, I'm sure. Catch you later.
Get shot. I need help.
Oh, I still really want a slag sniper rifle with a pig stick on it.
Make something.
My time's back.
Oh, look.
Kinda.
I only need one more.
Stay on.
Need to upgrade my firmware. Can't run the latest XP.
Torg Lance, one of my faves. Num num. Red rock, red rock. Give me that red rock. Tease. That's not bad. Only holds 2, but it's got the right barrel. It's got my favorite barrel for a Torg launcher, and it's got a Torg sight. I think that's Torg exhaust port right there. Malawan grip, Malawan barrel. Would be better with a matching grip, so it would hold at least one more rocket. Oh, there we go. Torg launchers are perhaps the most in need of a Malawan barrel to be at their best. What have we got here? Yeah. Because they override the Torg launcher's weakness. slow, inaccurate rockets. If it has a Torg barrel. That's also the inherent weakness of the Torg launcher barrel. Jeez. Torg launchers themselves and the Torg launcher barrel. Once again, we've got numbnuts getting in my way. For no good reason. Jeez. Once again, we've got a numbnuts NPC getting in the way for no good reason. Jeez. Jeez. See what brand that is. I couldn't quite tell. Looks like Bandit. Cruddy Barfy. That would actually be a pretty good SMG for a Bandit Allegiance run. But it's outmoded by a corrosive bone shredder. Jeez. Jeez. One more. Just one.
What you want?
Grenade SDU.
Thanks for the iridium, chump.
Maxed out my grenade SDU on normal mode. Of course, that's partially due to bypassing these, since it's an Allegiance run.
Hope you've had your shots.
Oh, and of course, couldn't possibly have decent sights on this. I don't know, I'd kind of like to see what these look like when you aim down sights. Yeah, maybe find something comparable to that with some other character some other time. This is too ordinary. Whoa, and only 6 rounds? Doesn't have the right parts. This right here. Have you ever zerked with a pair of TDR SMGs? As far as greens go, this is good. This Doom Cleaner. And this is good. This Rock-a-Blah.
Come on.
8. Give me that red block. Oh, another blue. It's non-elemental. Which means it's too ordinary. Come on, use key, wake up. Use key, don't fail me now. Another numbnuts NPC has to come over here and stand in my way for no reason. Why do you do that? You're not operating these machines, so why stand there? Snyder Mark II, the aftermarket version. Look, well, check out this situation. This numbnuts was standing in my way right there, and this numbnuts was standing in my way right there. And there was a grenade. Now, fortunately, I was just out of range. This is what I'm talking about. Stop making NPCs get in the player's way. I couldn't stand that shit in Half-Life 2. Hey. A slag Snyder with a pig sticker. Definitely my style. Now, can you give me a Hyperion version of that? But with a flat-off grip instead of Jacobs. I want that 1.1 fire rate or better.
Loot time!
A slaggin' pig sticker. Slaggin' staff. Tease. Basically similar in concept to the rapier. Some players don't seem to understand. The rapier is not so much. There's a crowdsourcing out, of course it has a structurally superfluous scope. The rapier is not so much a slag assault rifle with a pig sticker on it, but more a pig sticker with a slag assault rifle on it. So it doesn't have to have high base damage. It only has to be able to slag. The idea is you slag with it, then you deal the real damage with the pig stick. Numbnuts. You're a numbnut. You're a numbnuts. And you're a numbnuts. Numbnuts all around. Can everyone please just quit getting in my way? Tease. Yeah. 51 Rid Rock, and I'm already over halfway to my next Iridium purchase. Back down to 5 figures. I think the amount of gambling I do is the reason why I make so many Rid Rock purchases even on normal mode. This isn't bad, it's just ordinary. Still, let's see how it compares. Out of curiosity. What is it I'm always saying about if you took something like this to the range, you get laughed at? Stockless pistol whip and a scope on a shotgun. Would be really good if not for that structurally superfluous scope. Sure, it's a plain old green, but look at those stats. I mean, it's not spectacular, but it is at least...
You can never be too well armed.
Not just serviceable, but on the upper end of serviceable. And yeah, I know I have a plain green level 28 crowdsourcing in my collection.
Lock and load.
I don't commonly use slag launchers. I'd rather slag an enemy with something else and then hit them with acid fire or plain old explodey launcher. Explodey go nuts a go-go. That right there. The one I was describing. The one I sold had an accuracy of 50, didn't it? And it had a, what was it, a Torg forearm, and this one has a Hyperion forearm. Maybe it had An accuracy enhancing accessory, maybe? Jacob's grip, Jacob's stock. Fire rate is just fine. Yeah. So why do some people, some players think slag sniper rifles are pointless?
Buy a gun already. Later, Vault Hunter.
Maybe they just haven't thought to use a slag
Good luck.
sniper rifle with a pig sticker on a melee character.
If you got the money, I'll save your gall-darn life. Catch you later.
Guns, guns, guns.
Oh, I bet that'll hold 2, despite the fact it has 3 barrels and 3 exhaust ports. Yep, called it. Screw that noise.
I'm always happy to take your money. Don't have too much fun. Let me know if anything catches your eye. Good luck.
Hope you've had your shots. Come on back anytime. Stay alive out there.
Trolling blunder. Hold on, just a moment. Yeah. I don't commonly use that. Is it? That one doesn't have the rubberized prefix, but is it always rubberized? I don't remember. That looks cool, doesn't it? All my gear looks cool. My skin looks cool. My head looks cool. I think I might change my head. That sounds funny when I hear myself say it. That's kind of Mandalorian looking, isn't it? Wish the red stripe went all the way across the back of his head. That would look even cooler. Yeah, I'll stick with that. I don't commonly use that head, so...
Everybody good?
I do commonly use Punk and Motocross Marauder. Those are my two most worn heads for Zer0. Till next time, catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, Slaboids.